ring and 5 colors in her hair. Not into fashion, but I love the clothes she wears.
It's one of the biggest pop announcements ever. McFly and Busted have joined forces to become the ultimate supergroup. It's a double helping of boy band heaven. Please welcome McBusted. I like this double helping. Well, I'm excited that all of you guys are back together because I never thought I'd see the day. Matt and James, I spoke to you guys individually. Did you guys always believe that Busted would reunite at some point?
If I'm honest, I always thought we would.
Ah,
I kept the dream alive.
I like to, you know, I probably dreamt that we would, but honestly, if you asked me before, I would genuinely have said no.
I think for me, it kind of felt like what was so weird about the timing is I started to think to myself, if we're ever going to do this, we need to do it soon.
yeah.
Do you mean like
We had that,
I was thinking
we had that conversation.
Like, we need to do this soon. And it's all of a sudden, bang!
It happened.
I was around Matt's house and he was like, "Look, listen, this is stupid. I wanna do music with you." And I was like,
Do you want to make music with me?
Yeah, and I was like, yes. He was like, yeah. And Matt was like, because, you know, we're 28 now. It's going to be 29 before anything happens. And before we release anything, we're going to be 30. And we looked at each other like, oh my God! Yeah. And so I think we were willing something to happen, but at the same time, I didn't want to do something that was going to be really sad.
Yeah.
You know, and it can be perceived to be quite sad to come back as half a band. So the way this whole supergroup thing happened, I thought, this is amazing. I got so excited about it.
Do you feel like you've been given a second chance at it now?
Yeah, a second chance at life. I feel like a cat. Yeah, I did. Don't cats have lots of lives?
They have 9 lives, you're right. But there's no Charlie this time round, which is just as well, because we've got no room on this set for Charlie anyway, so it's fine. It's a
We
bit
think
tight
McFly
squeeze.
slightly make up for him.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
would have been nice to get him on board, or are you... Will it be...
Yeah, it would have been nice.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Charlie's not ready to do that yet, but, you know, I mean, who knows? You know,
Yeah.
we're still in contact with him. We still talk to him and stuff. He's a cool
Cool.
guy.
Yeah, we...
You know, so maybe one day, who knows?
We went round his house about 15 months ago, and it was the...
Very precise. Give or take.
Yeah, it was like the
15
first.
months
It was the
ago.
first time that we'd ever like.
It's about
the three of us.
474 days ago.
But it was strange though because we hadn't seen him. Well, I'm quite good at remembering times and stuff. But the three of us had not hung out since we split up.
Wow.
But you know, he said to us there and then, you know, there was no sign of him showing any interest. You know, we said to him like, we're thinking of doing this, and there was at that time there was just no real sign that he was remotely interested. So you know, I think we were just like, okay, well, and that was also another sign to me that it didn't look good, you know. But I think we did want to do something. I think the way that everything happened naturally with the McFly has just been a real blessing, actually.
Yeah.
For all of us.
Because I mean, we had different options arise that kind of came to us, and different kind of avenues to do it, but nothing felt great, you know. And then out of nowhere, this happened, you know, and it just felt pretty rad.
What's awesome about it though is that it's not like it's something from the past that's coming back and reforming. It's something that's completely new.
Yeah, it's new.
But there's hints of the bits of the past that you
Yeah.
loved, but it's also something that's completely
Exactly.
not been done
And
yet.
it's refreshing
Totally.
for you
Exactly.
four, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I think it's refreshing. 'Cause you've been doing it for so long as
No, that's
McFly.
exactly it, yeah. I mean, McFly's obviously, like, there for us always, but you're right, it's refreshing. It's
When we performed at the Albert Hall, we knew
Yeah,
there was
something-
magic on
it's
stage.
something
Like, this is
exciting.
amazing.
You get 2 new band members that, you know, I think for bands to get on these days it's quite rare, and for a band to stay together for 10 years is rare.
Yeah.
But for 2 bands to get on is really rare.
You have 2 other new guys come along, and for us to all get on like, equally as well, like it's unique, and it's awesome.
Cool. You mentioned the Royal Albert Hall.
Yes.
That's the moment that you guys came on stage and Busted sort of came back in a way. Was that how the idea of McBusted came about? Because you guys got on stage and you were like, hang on a minute, They're onto something.
Yeah. Well, it kind of started before that when James on tour. McFly were on tour.
Yeah.
James was around, and we said, "Oh, come along to the tour, man."
Yeah.
And it was like, "Oh, why don't you?"
It's so weird.
James
the whole
was
thing's so
supporting you on
weird.
tour.
Well, he
with-
wasn't really supporting us. It was like it was as casual as
Yeah,
like, mate, wouldn't it be
I wasn't
funny?
on the tour.
Oh, you were.
No,
not.
I was living in New York. I came back to visit them.
It was literally like, wouldn't
Might
it be
have been
funny
doing
if
some
you
writing
came
or something.
along and like played some songs?
Because I was at the Brighton McFly show and you came on stage.
Yeah, but that was
and I
after.
like,
But that was after Manchester. And I went out, and it was just the reaction was a really warm reaction, and then afterwards, like it just was like, well, I can't. There has to be a way to.
It was like that. It was like, how can we make this work?
Yeah.
How can we make this happen? That was so fun to watch, and the crowd reaction was so special that we were like, well, why don't we just be the band and you?
Yeah,
and
because-
then we're like, why don't we just be one band? And that was it.
Yeah, because
but
the theory.
who's taking the credit for the idea of McBusted?
Well, the
That's
theory,
what we
the
wanna know.
theory is that I think it was an idea that happened quite, between all of us. But the theory was, if I can go on stage at a McFly show and play Busted songs and have it go down as well as it went down, surely if Matt came on, it would be even better.
Yeah.
And surely if we all just slayed it, it would be even better than that. So
It was a joint decision.
I think the crowd at Manchester that night can take credit.
Okay,
Yeah, they decided
cool.
for us.
that was it. On May the 3rd, it happened in Manchester.
James, you
That's
are
a
good with
that's a good tattoo date to have.
May the 3rd.
Now
May the 3rd.
May the 3rd be
May the
with
3rd
you.
be with you, yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Now we're going to throw to the McFly boys to choose which Busted video we should play right now. So what one would you like to see?
Oh, it's got to be what I got to school for, right?
Is that what you guys want as well, though?
No, I'm up for that one.